Coming up on The Cut.
A shooting in Austin, Texas has possible links with terrorism.
The Formula One season starts this weekend.
And the Olympics arrived at Saturday Night Live this past weekend.
All of this and more coming up on The Cut.
The Cut starts now.
Hello and welcome to The Cut. I'm Leticia Natiela.
And I'm Brayla Burkhalter.
Early Saturday morning, the United States and Israel launched missile attacks on the Islamic Republic. Later on Sunday, President Donald Trump announced that the attacks had resulted in the death of Iranian Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. President Trump, who made the point to promise he would not take part in any international conflicts during his presidential campaign, encouraged Iranian citizens to, quote, take over your government. It will be yours to take. So far, the Iranian government reports that the initial attacks have left approximately 200 people dead. As a response to the attacks, the Iranian military, alongside militant groups from Iraq and Lebanon, launched counterattacks against Israel and U.S. military bases. The British government has responded to the attacks by siding with the United States, lending them use of their military base located in Cyprus. The Associated Press reported on Monday that 3 U.S. service members have been killed in the attacks, while 5 have been severely wounded. Trump announced in a video uploaded to his social media that, quote, there will be likely more before the conflict subsides. Most recently, Iranian Parliament Speaker Mohammad Bagher Khalibaf announced in a press conference on Monday that the leaders of Israel and the United States, who he described as, quote, filthy criminals, would experience, quote, devastating blows for the attacks against the country. Khalibaf has been the highest-ranking Iranian official to appear in the press since the attacks took place on Saturday. We will continue to update you on developments of this story as it continues to unfold.
A deadly shooting broke out early Sunday morning at a bar in Austin, Texas, killing 2 people and wounding 14 others. The FBI is currently investigating the shooting with reason to believe that it is linked to a potential act of terrorism preceding the recent U.S. missile attack on Iran. The shooting happened just before 2 a.m. outside Buckford's Backyard Beer Garden, where UT Austin student and witness Nathan Camo said hundreds of college students were enjoying their nights. The gunman was identified as Iniaga Agne, a 53-year-old originally from Senegal, but became a naturalized U.S. citizen in 2013. Police quickly shot Agne down, ultimately killing him. Authorities have yet to determine a clear motive, but indicators on Agne and in his vehicle are leading them to investigate if this was a terrorist attack. Camo says that the UT community has been majorly affected by this event, and many people, including himself, likely knew someone who was shot. For now, the injured victims are recovering, and the FBI continues their efforts to determine why the shooting occurred.
The Formula One World Championship starts this week in Australia. Cut reporter Abby Cervenak has what to expect this weekend. Abby?
Thank you, Leticia. The 2026 Formula One season kicks off Saturday, March 7th with their first race, the Australian Grand Prix. It is official. After a 3-month break, testing completed, the 2026 F1 season is ready for launch with its first race on Saturday. The 2026 season is historic and highly anticipated for a multitude of reasons. For the first time since 2016, 11 teams will be on the grid instead of 10, with many changes and new faces in their driver's seats. This season's teams consist of the usual Red Bull Racing, Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, Aston Martin, Alpine, Williams, Haas, Racing Bulls, and 2 new faces, Audi and Cadillac. Leading the brand new Audi team are drivers Nico Hülkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto. For the new Cadillac team, they will be led by Sergio Perez and Valtteri Bottas. There are high expectations for the reigning champ Lando Norris, as many will watch to see if he wins back-to-back. Will the reigning champion start his season with a bang, or will a newcomer rise to the occasion in Melbourne? For the Cut Network, I'm Abby Cervenak. See you at the paddock.
Thanks, Abby. What an exciting start to the season. We'll keep you updated. After months of back-and-forth negotiations, offers, and counter-offers, Netflix has backed out of a deal to buy a large portion of Warner Bros. Discovery. After settling on an $83 billion deal in December, Netflix was outbid by Paramount Studios, who had raised the stakes of the deal to $111 billion. Netflix chose not to counter the offer. David Ellison, the owner of Paramount and Skydance Studios, as well as the son of billionaire Larry Ellison, announced in a statement that the deal was no longer, quote, financially attractive to Netflix. Netflix co-chiefs Greg Peters and Ted Sarandos added in a statement of their own that the company was not incentivized to purchase Warner Bros. Under all circumstances. Quote, "This transaction was always a nice to have at the right price, not a must have at any price," Peters and Sarnados said. The purchase of Warner Bros. Discovery requires approval from regulators in the United States and Europe. This seems likely since the Trump administration approved Ellison's purchase of Paramount last year after the business tycoon agreed to pay $16 million to settle a lawsuit brought by President Trump against Paramount's CBS 60 Minutes broadcast show. David Zalazov, the chief executive of Warner Bros. Discovery, shared his excitement over the prospective deal in a statement. Quote, "We are excited about the potential of a combined Paramount Skydance and Warner Bros. Discovery and can't wait to get started working together telling the stories that move the world," Zalazov said. Many Netflix shareholders questioned the company's ability to purchase and sustain the large cinematic corporation that is Warner Bros., causing Netflix to lose over $16 billion in market value after announcing their initial plan to purchase the company. Netflix was left empty-handed in the bidding war, though Sarnados said they are not disappointed and instead are, quote, "willing to walk away and let someone else overpay for things."
The annual Ostrich Festival is back in Mesa. Co-reporter Nicole Alejandro has more. Nicole?
Thank you, Brayla. The Chandler Ostrich Festival returns this month, and a variety of artists are set to perform at the event, Arizona's Family reported on Friday. The annual festival will take place over 2 weekends, March 13th through the 15th and March 20th through the 22nd. 2 new artists were added to weekend 2 of the festival lineup last Friday, 90s rapper Vanilla Ice and Latin hip-hop artist Baby Bash. Funk and soul group The Commodores will also be performing for weekend 2. President and CEO of the Chandler Chamber of Commerce, Terry Kimball, says the chamber is excited for weekend 2. Quote, "This year's lineup is really special, featuring Latin influence and 90s throwback artists. There's truly something for everyone." The weekend 1 lineup includes rock band Kansas, R&B artist Raven Lene, and country artist Jody Messina. The festival originally began in 1988 to celebrate the ostrich hunting heritage in Chandler. Besides music, festival goers can enjoy other entertainment at the festival, including rides, stunt shows, viewing pens, and pig races. If you're planning on going to the festival, it is relocated from Tumbleweed Park to Rawhide Western Town and Event Center. This is the first time in more than 20 years that the festival will not be at the park. For the Cut Network, I'm Nicole Alejandro.
Thank you, Nicole. One exciting and unique festivities. A Mesa mother of 7 and beloved neighbor was shot and killed on her neighbor's doorstep Saturday morning. 32-year-old Maria Lewis was found just before 2:45 a.m. that morning, deceased from a gunshot wound. The police have not yet disclosed anything about suspects, arrests, and motives behind the shooting. However, detectives confirmed that all parties have been identified. When Fox 10 asked for a comment at the neighbor in question's home, they declined and closed the door. Neighbors expressed their shock, stating that Lewis was a friendly face to many and that their neighborhood is more than safe. Lewis's husband shared that she was a night owl who often went on walks, typically every night together where it is generally safe. The family and neighbors continue to process the tragedy as they wait for definitive answers about what led up to the shooting.
Cut reporter Simone Woodley takes us to grab a cup of joe near the downtown Phoenix campus. Simone?
Phoenix is now becoming known for its growing coffee scene, but one local shop stands out by focusing on something deeper than just drinks. I visited Songbird Coffee and Tea House to see how it's building community in the heart of the city. In the heart of downtown Phoenix, tucked inside a charming 1904 house, Songbird Coffee and Tea House is more than just a coffee shop. It's a community living room. For 13 years, Songbird has offered a cozy space where students study, friends meet, and regulars feel right at home. From handcrafted coffee and loose-leaf teas to fresh pastries and breakfast burritos, every order comes with something extra: intention.
I fell in love with coffee shops, and it was just a safe place where I could be productive and meet with friends and have community.
Owner Erin Westgate says it's the people behind the counter who make the difference.
Our staff is just absolutely wonderful. They're welcoming and encouraging.
Westgate believes spaces like Songbird, proudly LGBTQ friendly, help people feel seen and connected.
I think it's important that people have their space, their community, and people to check in with regularly.
For Westgate, expansion isn't the goal, community is. In a city as big as Phoenix, finding a place that feels like home can be hard, but for many locals, Songbird Coffee and Tea House is exactly that. The coffee shop has been serving the community for 13 years and continues to prioritize connection over expansion. Reporting for The Cut, I'm Simone Woodley.
Thanks, Simone. Now, Cut entertainment anchor Ileana James has everything from SNL to blockbuster movies. Ileana?
Hello, I'm your host today, Ileana James. Welcome back to the entertainment segment of the Cut Network. Let's not waste any time discussing celebrity drama, movies, and new album releases. Heated rivalry actor Connor Story opened the Saturday Night Live monologue this past weekend. Men's hockey gold medalists Hughes brothers Quinn and Jack joined Story on stage. The men's team have faced backlash after a leaked video of them partying with FBI Director Kash Patel post-win and laughing as President Trump post-win. Trump joked he'd have to invite the women to the White House alongside the men or he'd probably be impeached. After jokes on air about the brothers not watching Heated Rivalry, U.S. women's hockey captain Hillary Knight and teammate Megan Keller made an appearance. Fans cheered and hollered from the audience, longer than they did for the brothers. Knight opened their monologue by saying, quote, "It was going to be just us, but we thought we'd invite the guys too." As all four players wore their USA jerseys loud and proud, with their gold medals draped from their necks, Story spoke on the importance of representing the underrepresented in hockey. Whether it is gay relationships or the women's team, representation in sports matters. Sinners movie actor Michael B. Jordan won top prize at Actor Awards for Best Lead Actor. The cast also won for Best in a Motion Picture last Saturday night. Other standouts of the night include Jessie Buckley won for Agnes in Hamnet as female actor in leading role. The Pit won for Best Ensemble in a Drama Series. Winner of Female Actor in a Comedy Series was Catherine O'Hara. Patty lay in the studio. Now let's move into new movie and album releases for March. Scream 7 was released in theaters last Friday, February 27th, sequel of the Six movie. Ghostface trades his iconic knife in for plastic. Harry Styles' new 12-song album, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, is officially released today, Friday, March 6th. Fans enjoyed seeing him back on stage singing and dancing as he performed his latest single, Aperture, at the 2026 Brits Awards. Reminders of Him movie Colin Hoover adaptation is releasing next Friday, March 13th in theaters. The film is about a mother who returns home to her young daughter after spending 5 years in prison. Hoover told Deadline, quote, "I am thrilled to be working with Universal to bring Kenna Rowan's world to life." Featured stars include Rudy Pankow, JJ from Outer Banks, Micah Monroe, and Tyreek Withers, who played Teddy Spencer from I Know What You Did Last Summer. The next Hoover books being made into movies are Verity and Regretting You in the near future. That wraps up the entertainment segment for this week on the Cut Network. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Ileana James with Entertainment.
Thanks, Ileana. Now, Cut sports anchor Camila Chacon has all the recent happenings in sports.
Thank you, Leticia, and welcome back to Sports on the Cut. The Winter Olympics may be over, but the global competition is not. Baseball is back, and we're taking a little break between spring training and opening day for the return of the World Baseball Classic, baseball's biggest international tournament. 20 national teams from around the world will be battling it out from March 5th to March 17th. With plenty of big leaguers rostered on each team, these players aren't playing for their respective teams, but representing their country with pride. Playing in the tournament this year are over 300 players part of MLB organizations, including 78 All-Stars, with 36 being from this past season. The 4 cities hosting the tournament are Tokyo, Puerto Rico, Houston, and Miami. This week, fans got a sneak peek of pool play, with national teams being slated up against MLB teams hosted at the spring training facilities in Arizona and Florida. On Tuesday, Team USA took the field in a matchup against the San Francisco Giants at Scottsdale Stadium. This is one of the more stacked teams the United States has had, being led by Captain Aaron Judge. The team defeated the Giants 15-1, with the bats on fire, putting up 19 hits across 9 innings. Stars like Bobby Witt Jr., Bryce Harper, and Judge showed their strength in helping the powerhouse team. On the pitching side, Team USA is welcoming both 2026 American and National League Cy Young Award winners, Paul Skeens and Tarek Skubal, to the bullpen, ready to shut down the bats. Team USA is ready to work towards making the championship and takes on Brazil in the first day of pool play tonight. Another powerhouse team this year is the Dominican Republic, with a strong chance in making it far in the tournament. They are amongst one of the favorites in the Classic and are being managed by Albert Pujols. The team has had a star-studded lineup including Juan Soto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., and Fernando Tatis Jr. The DR hasn't won a World Baseball Classic title since 2013, and they might have a chance to take the edge this year. In the last Classic in 2023, Japan took it all the way and are looking to keep their name as defending champions. This team is led by four-time MVP Shohei Ohtani. After being one of the main arms for Japan in 2023, it was announced that Ohtani will only be participating as a designated hitter this year. This decision was made so he could be in strong health for the 2026 MLB season and be a full-time two-way player for the Los Angeles Dodgers for the first time since his elbow surgery in 2023. However, Japan has enough arms in the bullpen with strong talent coming from Yoshinobu Yamamoto and Yuki Matsui. With talent all across the diamond, Japan is looking to compete to defend their national title. That's all for sports. Stay tuned for more next week. For the Cut Network, I'm Camila Chacon.
Thanks, Camilla. After months of flying around the city of Las Vegas, a toucan has finally been rescued by a local family. Sam the toucan, who has been living in the city for the past 4 months, was finally captured on Wednesday and taken to the Southwest Exotic Avian Rescue. The president of the rescue institution, Sky Marsh, announced their astonishment that Sam was rescued from the wild, nearly unscathed. Quote, "We've all just been so worried about him," said Marsh, continuing that the bird's rescue has been a, quote, relief. Sam was captured after flying into a local resident's garage, after which the individual and family acted quickly to close the doors and contact wildlife rescue. The toucan was taken to the vet before receiving sanctuary, where they found minimal evidence of dehydration and a chipped beak. Sam has amazed the local community by his ability to survive the city's arid and unpredictable weather conditions with minimal physical damage. Okay, so what do you think you would have done in this situation?
I probably would have called the fire department like you do for your cat if they're stuck in a tree. Yeah.
Do you think you would have kept Sam the toucan?
I feel like if he was like cute enough, and had a little personality, what would you do?
I think they handled it well. I'm glad that he got rescued, and I'm glad that Sam's safe.
For sure.
All right, and that's all we have this week.
Thanks for watching, and be sure to follow us on Instagram @thecut_network.
Have a nice night.